Okay. So, Heidi, what I'm getting on your son's father is he transitioned, but not completely. So I can see if you give me thumbs up or not. But Heidi, can you give me a comment and let me know, did he die tragically or suddenly? Because he just seems reluctant. Usually they'll come forward. They're so excited to talk to you all. You know, they finally have a vehicle to say hello, and there's just nothing happening. So I'm asking if he's gone to the other side, and it's like he's hiding it. And okay, so Heidi says her son's father did die suddenly. Okay, thank you, Heidi. So he's hiding. It's like, you know, I asked, did you cross over? Yes, and then I get no, and so he's just really wanting to hide what his status is. So I'm going to ask my angels of light to give me his true status. And that true status is that he is in the third dimension. So Heidi, what that means, and for those of you watching, this often happens when people die suddenly. That means that the chemical in the brain that releases when somebody's ready for death and tells them it's okay to go home, it's okay to cross over, they don't get that. So like when we had that episode here in America, where a lot of people died very quickly because of a natural disaster. There was a tornado, there's been hurricanes, you know, all that kind of stuff. Those people don't give the opportunity to process their life. You know, like people will be, you know, in an old folks home or a hospital, and they'll tell you they see somebody that's been dead for, you know, maybe 50 or more years standing at the foot of their bed, and you can't see them and you think they're delusional. They're not delusional. What they're doing is they're seeing the white light open and their loved ones coming to get them, their loved ones coming in to welcome them home, welcome them to the other side, however you see that. So when somebody dies unexpectedly, they may have died too quickly for that to process. So they're like, okay, I have a body, boom, now I don't have a body. And so that soul is wandering around between the third dimension, this is the third dimension where we are, and the fourth dimensional frequency and the fifth dimensional frequency, which is universal consciousness, and then the Christ or the heaven consciousness. So they haven't transitioned. And there's lots of reasons why they don't. So Heidi, what I'm hearing from, if he'll talk to me, hang on. There he goes. So what I'm feeling or sensing from your son's father is right here on the back of my head, like the base of my skull upwards, is the first sensation I get. And then I feel the shoulders. So I don't know what happened to him, if there was a car accident or if he was bludgeoned or he fell on something. But that's what I'm feeling from him, first of all. Then I'm hearing remorse and regret. So whatever happened when his physical life was taken, it was a very quick ending, and I'm not sure why. So, you know, Heidi, if you want to private message me later, you know, that's fine, or you want to share. But it just feels like he wasn't supposed to go at that time. He wasn't planning on going at that time. And he was participating in something he shouldn't have oughta. Okay. So it's not like he was walking to the car on an icy night and he slipped and fell and hit his head. So there's something else going on there. But I do appreciate your question. And tonight, if anybody else has a question about a deceased loved one and you want to put it down here in the feed, I will answer it for you. And if you're watching the replay and you're like, oh, I missed it, you know, please know I love you so much for joining me last night. For whatever reason, the video was blacked out and it wasn't working, and I have no idea what was happening. And I contacted the IT guy, seems to be working now. So I do apologize to those of you that came last night and were not able to connect with me. And if you are watching this replay later and you would like to get a hold of me for a mediumship reading, you can reach out to me a couple of different ways. One, you can go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on contact and send me a message. And also, what is happening? This is so super exciting. I can't wait to do this. So I think this is the 6th year or the 7th year that I'm in Denver. I'm so excited, I can't think. I'm in Denver, Colorado at the For Heaven's Sakes bookstore. And they have a brand new location in what's called Applewood. So if you go to their website, forheavensakes.com, and click on events, you're going to see my event up there, and it's called Into the Night Seance. And so what we're going to do is really super exciting is we're going to actually have everybody around a table, and we're going to talk to deceased loved ones. And it goes back to the 1800s when spiritualism was a big thing. So if you're really interested and you're anywhere near Denver, I'm going to tell you now to snatch a ticket up. And there's a couple of ways. I can post the link to the bookstore for you all. So let me do that for you so that you'll have it down here in the comments. And you could come and join us. Just bring something from your deceased loved one, whether it's a ring or a piece of jewelry or perhaps a piece of clothing. And then that way we can use that to connect to them more closely. And I'd like to welcome you to that event. And of course, there's a two ticket special. So if you buy 2 tickets, it's a reduction in price. So I did post that down below here in the comments. And again, you can go to my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, and you can click on contact and send me an email if you're needing help with that. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and close out that session with Heidi. Thank you so much for participating, Heidi. And Chad says, has my brother passed over, or is he still around? Okay, so Chad, what I'm getting, this is another interesting thing for you all to know, is sometimes, especially recently in the last 2 years, spirits will cross over, they'll go home into the light, transition, and then they want to come back and visit. So it's like a little revolving door. They're here, they're gone, they're here, they're gone, because they want to see what you're up to and make sure you're doing okay. So Chad, your brother is revolving. He's coming back and forth. So he's going in and out of the 3rd to the 5th dimension. He's teasing you. He says every 3rd Friday. Anyway, okay, so it looks like Chrissy says, let's see. Chrissy says she likes those kind of events. Yes, so if you're going to be in Denver, I would like for you to come out this Saturday night. It's at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's at a place called For Heaven's Sakes Books in Applewood, or I think it's Lakewood, Colorado. It's part of Lakewood. And you can find that link here tonight, down here. And the last I talked to him, last year we had a very small event room, so I could only have about 10 people. This year, and it sold out so quickly, this year I have 40 seats available. I have 40 seats available for that event. So it's fun, and you get to feel the excitement in the room and everybody else and all the spirits going in and out. And, who knows? We might have a surprise guest. Who knows? Maybe Steve Jobs will come by. You never know. Or maybe even Michael Jackson. It's Thriller, right? Anyway. But anyways, it's a great time to be had by all. It's one of my favorite events for the year because we get so many great people together, and it's such a fun time. So I know those tickets go really quickly. And today when I talked to the shop, I think there was like maybe 8 or 9 of them left. So if you go to forheavensakes.com and you click on the tab Into the Night, and I will answer some more questions. Everybody hang on, don't go away. Let me get the link again, and I will put it, oops, too many buttons to push. I will put it in down below here. Let's see here. Oops. And I'll put that in for you so you all can just click on that. I need somebody to run my electronics. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so I posted it down below, and you can actually go right online and buy tickets. Make sure you print out your tickets so you get to the door, you don't get turned away. And I have had before where it's sold out so quickly right at the end, and I've had people show up to these events at the door waiting, and they had to wait to make sure everybody who had tickets showed up. and I couldn't seat everybody in the event. So don't let that be you. All right, let's go back to some questions. So Chad says, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Okay, Larissa, she says, any messages for me, Larissa? What I'm doing is mediumship. So I'm talking to deceased loved ones. If you could give me an idea of who you might want to speak to, put it down here in the chat. I'll be more than happy to see if I can contact someone for you. And if there's any messages. All right, Sherry. Okay, Sherry, I think you were on here last night and I was unable to get to you because it just, the platform wasn't working. So I'm so glad that you're back. And Sherry says, my mother was ill and they made a horrific decision for those of us left. Okay, so Sherry, I don't know if that's really a question, but let me see if I can get your mom to come in. All I'm hearing in my head is a voice that says, so little time, so little time. So I just feel like whoever's coming in, I think this is your mom, and I get a pain on the, like under my ear and above, like the base of my skull to below my ear. I get a big pain in there. I feel a throbbing. So whatever happened to your mom in the end, that was the point, the last point that she remembers before that she passed. And I just hear a woman's voice, small, probably about 80, 82 years old, saying, so little time, so little time, so little time. So she was really worried about time. So whatever she did, and I'm sorry for that decision that has hurt you, but whatever that decision was, that's why it was made. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Thank you, Sherry, for coming again tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close out that question. And let's see here. The next person is Miss Mila. How are you doing tonight? She says, my dad passed away last March. Is it too soon for him to communicate? Or does he have something to say? No, Miss Mila, you know, when people pass, sometimes even before they exit the body totally, you can contact their soul. It's never too early. So let me see, I'll see if I can connect into you. Okay, and what I feel when your dad's energy comes in is I feel pacing back and forth. So I don't know if he was a pacer in his life, but it just feels like if he was going to make a decision, he'd be like 1, 2, 3, stop, 1, 2, 3, and like his hands in his pockets, jingling his change in his pocket, trying to make up his mind. And I hear too little, too soon. Okay, so it feels like whatever caused him to pass, there was not enough that could be done for him. Like too little help available and passing too soon. So it's like he wanted to be with us for another, he says he wanted to be around another 20 years, but his body wouldn't hold out. Something about his diaphragm. So I know when we breathe real deeply, you know, with our stomach in and out, that's diaphragmatic breath. And then I hear tumbling. So it's like he's telling you in your life something that you're wanting to do, you're not doing it, and it's just tumbling. So yeah, I get a real strong feeling about that. So anyway, thank you, Miss Mila, for your question. It was good to see you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And then Sherry says, please, I pray they are together. I get, yes, they're together. Okay, that is good. Good, good, good. All right, let me scroll down here, see if there's any more comments. And let's see here. Missy. Missy, I hear two things for you. Her question is, my second mom, Sue, make it safely. And first thing I heard in my head, Missy, was, you already know. You don't need to ask, you know. And that's coming from her, not me. She's a character. But yes, she has made it safely. She says she comes back and forth and you'll be able to smell her, whatever her cologne or perfume was like, that she'll be able to to do that. All right. Thank you, Missy, for your question and joining tonight with big hugs and kisses. Come out to the seance on this Saturday at 7 at the For Heaven's Sakes Books in Applewood. It's their new location. So if you haven't already, darling, go and sign up. I would love to have you come. All right. So let's see. Okay, let's see here. Looking for mediumship questions. Let's see. You're welcome, Miss Mila. You're welcome, Miss Sherry. Let's see here. And Larissa says, did my grandmother's pass peacefully? So the one on your mother's side passed peacefully. The one on your father's side, the physical body struggled before she passed. And that makes sense. You know, if they're gasping for breath or gasping for air, and there's not enough air for them to grab onto, or their lungs can't support it or something. But after her body could no longer support life, she tells me I was gone. She's like, I'm gone. So that's interesting and amazing. So Larissa, yeah, both of your grandparents did make it over. It's just one had a little bit more trouble in the physical body, releasing the life. And let's see here. And the next person, let's see. Deborah. She says, I am looking for my grandma. And what she thinks about me putting my mom in her place away from me. Okay, so Deborah, let's have it. So Deborah, a woman's voice comes in and says, challenging, 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 challenging. That's about all she has to say. So it's not really a definitive good for you. It's just, she's just challenging. She's like, you've got some life lessons to learn and you're wrapping them up now. She says your guides are helping you. She's chatty, this woman. And she's like, you have to just take a break for a while to heal yourself. So that's what she says. So thank you so much for that question. I'm going to go ahead and close that one out. Larissa, you are welcome. If you have any more questions, let me know. I want to let you all know again, I have a couple of different things. So I was here last night, tried to be, technology did not work. It did not love me. So we were able to get on tonight, kind of an impromptu. And so I've got two things going on. One, I will be this Saturday in Denver at the For Heaven's Sakes Books new location. You know, they have one in Denver. They have one in Lakewood. Well, they just ordered one, added another one in Applewood. And it's so exciting because when we had the Lakewood store only, it was kind of a small space and I could only fit like 10 people in there. And the Applewood location, which if you go to forheavensakesbooks.com and click on events, you're going to see a place that says Into the Night Seance with me, Deanna Gloyd. And you can get tickets there as long as they last. And in that new Applewood store has a place that will seat that many people. And I am so stoked. So that means that from here to there, I can actually have a bigger audience. And when I did it years ago at the For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, the seating capacity was like 40 people. And it sold out so quickly that people came anyway because they were hoping to get in. And they stood at the door, you know, and it's cold outside, waiting, you know, to get in. And it was standing room only, so amazing. So now we have a space that's that big again for everybody to come. I'm so super excited. And I'll let you in on a little extra secret that I'm sure those of you that have known me a while will know. But anytime that I get ready to do one of these events with lots of people and their loved ones, and you know, they bring they bring little things, for me to read from and stuff. Uh, it's just amazing because what happens is the spirits know you're coming before you do. So the deceased loved ones, the grandmas, the uncles, the aunts, the uncles, sometimes the kiddos, they will start gathering. And here at this, I'm in my Loveland office in my studio, and it's so hilarious because these people will start gathering in my office. They'll come in here in the morning and there'll be all these disembodied spirits just hanging out. And I'm like, do I have a session today with one of your physical embodied people? And they're like, no, we're waiting for Saturday. We're just hanging out, It's like they know and they're excited. And so all that has to happen is your human mind has to go, oh, you know what? I need to go. I need to come to this event where she's going to be. So anyway, it's just funny to me, exciting to me, because they already are gathering. So I'm going to look here, see if we're getting questions. I did put down here in the feed the For Heaven's Sakes books seance I'm going to be doing on Saturday. That's the one I told you we have a lot of room, and there's going to be so many people that can fit in, and it's exciting because I think I can get 40 folks, in there. If I'm going to be able to get all that stuff, everybody fit in there. So go and sign up. I put the link down here. And even if you're watching the replay, if you don't like a public setting, just go over to toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on contact. There's a form in there. Send me an email and say, hey, I just want to meet with you personally, okay? And we'll get together, because I know sometimes that's, it's easier to do personal loving settings. So that's it. I'm so super stoked. I'm so excited. I can't wait till Saturday. And now it looks like we have the platform working. So, next time we make an announcement here on Facebook that we're going to go live, we'll go live and answer some questions. So anyways, I'm so blessed to have each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. You've been so good to me. And this is the reason I can do my work, because I have so many beautiful souls in body and out of body that I have relationships with. And it makes my world a joy, and I love it. And I know I've been transitioning this platform, and if you come on here daily, you can get little nuggets, to help you, and sometimes little 10-second videos. And all the while in the background, I'm building new and exciting things. We're coming into the holiday season. A lot of you are just stressing out because of the way the world is, and families and narcissists and sociopaths and energy drainers, and have no fear. In the background, I'm putting together some stuff for you, okay? And I'll be putting that up soon and announcing it so that you can have some tools going into the holidays to stay sane. We'll have a little sane juice. Anyway, big hugs and kisses to everybody. Loves and hugs. If I didn't get to you tonight, I just couldn't get to everybody, and I tried to answer one question for at least each person. I did have a lady, Sherry here, says come to Florida. I would love to, so maybe we can get an event out there going. So big hugs and kisses to everybody, and I will see you soon. Woohoo!